Good morning. Sunday morning here in Tennessee. It's hot. I'm about to get ready to head to church. I just wanted to come down here to my little quiet place, my shop, and bring you another song. Lord impressed me to start doing this, and I did for a few weeks now, slacked off, and then He keeps laying it on me. I need to keep doing it. So, and if it just helps, if it helps somebody, that's great. I mean, if it just helps one person, it's worth it. And I was wanting to talk about denomination. To me, denomination is very important of the church you go to. I let you know what they believe, how they feel about certain things, and how they feel about salvation. I'm a D Baptist, just old-fashioned Baptist. I'm a foot-washing Baptist. And if you got questions about the foot-washing Baptist, I'll be glad to answer them. May take me a little while, but I'll be glad to. But I believe in being born again, and once saved, always saved. I don't believe that the Lord can lose me again. I cannot get away from Him ever. Because in the Bible it says, of all those that I was given, none have I lost. He was talking about me. He was talking about you if you've been given to Christ. You know, if you've been born again, you're His, and He can't lose you. He won't lose you. He'll have you ever, always. But denomination is important. That just lets you know what the people go in there, what they believe, and what the preacher's going to preach, how his style is going to be. I mean, if he's going to preach about heaven and hell, if he's going to preach about how good God can be and how much money He can bring. I mean, heaven and hell is real. He needs to preach. Preacher of the church needs to bring hell to you hot. I mean, preach it hot, because that's the way I got it. Because it just starts making you think. When I was 11 years old, I got born again, and I've been saved ever since. And I've not always done the will of God, but He guides me and lets me know which way I need to go. When it just keeps on and keeps on, and He can bring you into His will, into submission. You got to submit to Him. He wants you to submit to Him. He ain't gonna force you into anything. But His blessings on you, and all the blessings are not money. Blessings are everything goes on in the world. The children, your grandchildren, giving you grandchildren, giving you children. Your marriage, with your spouse. The spouse He brings you. I've been married for 35 years. And it's not all been hunky-dory all the time. I mean, we've had our ups and downs, but we've always worked it out together. And our children are in church, and I pray that they'll bring their children up in church. And I want there to be a church around that preaches heaven and hell when my grandchildren come along, because they will receive the salvation of Christ the same way as I did. They'll have to submit and ask Him to come in, to hit their heart. And that's what I pray every day, that we can have a place to do that. And there'll always be somebody around preaching the same old message of salvation. That's what denomination to me is. I mean, because if there's non-denominational, you don't really know what's going to be preached that day, or how everybody there believes. Everybody there can believe something totally different, and it's hard to have a real church like that, because you always kind of being on your tippy toes, not knowing what how everybody's true feelings are on things. This morning I'm going to bring this song, and then I'm going to go get ready and head to church. It's called On The Jericho Road. As you travel along on the Jericho Road, does the world seem all wrong and heavy your load? Just bring it to Christ, your sins all confess, On the Jericho Road, your heart he will bless. On the Jericho Road, there's room for just two. No more, no less, just Jesus and you. Each burden he'll hear, each sorrow he'll share. There's never a care, for Jesus is there. On the Jericho Road, blind Bartimaeus sat. His life was a void, so empty and flat. But Jesus appeared, one word brought him sight. On the Jericho Road, Christ banished his night. On the Jericho Road, there's room for just two. No more, no less, just Jesus and you. Each burden he'll bear, each sorrow he'll share. There's never a care, for Jesus is there. Oh, brother, to you, this message I bring. Though hope may be gone, he'll cause you to sing. As Jesus command, sin shackle must fall. On the Jericho Road, will you answer his call? On the Jericho Road, there's room for just two. No more, no less, just Jesus and you. Each burden he'll bear, each sorrow he'll share. For there's never a care, for Jesus is there. Thank you for listening. And I pray that it'll help somebody, if it only helps one person, wherever they're at. This whole video will be worth it. All the time I spend on putting these songs up. So just thank you for listening. And my name is Brad. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and we can talk. Thanks.